Twice, the door was slammed in his face. He watched teammate after teammate get picked while he got passed over. And the one person who believed in him before anyone else, she never lived to see what he'd become. Last night, that same overlooked kid stood in front of his entire country and did something no Canadian had ever done in the history of the World Cup. This is the story of Jonathan David. And if you've ever been doubted, counted out, or told you're not good enough, this is the one you need to hear. Jonathan's story doesn't begin in some shiny academy. It begins with a suitcase. Born in New York to Haitian parents, he moved to Haiti as a baby, then to Ottawa, Canada at age 6, swapping a warm island for one of the coldest cities on earth. 2 countries crossed before he'd even started school. And he was late. He didn't play organized soccer until he was 10, for tiny local clubs nobody outside his city had ever heard of. No spotlight, no shortcut, just a kid and a ball in the cold. And here's where it gets hard. One by one, the boys around him got chosen, pulled into big academies, signed by pro clubs. The doors swung open for them. For Jonathan, nothing. Then a real offer finally came, and his family turned it down so he could finish school first. A risky, terrifying no, the kind that ends most dreams on the spot. But Jonathan didn't stop. He just kept showing up, quietly, while the world looked the other way. Eventually, 2 European clubs gave him a trial, his one shot, his way out. Both said no. Sit with that for a second. The chance you've waited your whole life for, and you're rejected. Twice. That's the exact moment almost everyone walks away and tells themselves it just wasn't meant to be. Jonathan made a different choice. When one club in Belgium finally cracked the door open, he didn't hesitate. At 18, he left his family, left his country, and moved alone to a place where he didn't know a single soul, betting everything on himself, on a dream 2 clubs had already rejected. And that's the lesson hiding inside his story. Nobody was ever going to hand him a door. So he walked through the only one left and built the rest himself. And then he erupted. Goals and more goals. In months, the kid nobody wanted became one of the most feared young strikers in Europe. He moved to France for a record fee, won a league title in his very first season, and became the all-time leading scorer for his entire country. But the brightest dreams cast the darkest shadows. In 2021, Jonathan lost his mother, the woman who fought for his education, who believed in him when belief was all he had. She never got to watch him at a World Cup, not in 2022, and not last night when he made history on home soil. And still, the doubt came back. This past season, the goals dried up, a quiet, frustrating year at one of Italy's biggest clubs. So when this home World Cup arrived, the whispers returned. Maybe he was finished. Maybe with a whole nation watching, the moment was finally too big for him. His own coach had a different message. He told the doubters plainly, he's not done scoring. He wasn't. 3 goals. His nation's first World Cup win in its entire history. A record no Canadian had ever touched. From the kid who was overlooked, rejected, and counted out. Again and again and again. So remember this the next time a door closes on you. The next time you're passed over, told no, or quietly written off. Jonathan David's story was never about being the most gifted. It's about refusing to quit when quitting made all the sense in the world, and turning every single no into fuel. The overlooked kid from Ottawa just wrote his name into history, for his country, for his mother, and maybe, in some small way, for everyone who's ever been told they're not enough. If this moved you, hit subscribe. We tell the real stories behind the players you cheer for. And drop a comment. Who's a player that proved the doubters wrong?